technical difficulty. So, welcome. I'm glad you're coming on today. So, what I want to talk about today is hope. So, I've been thinking about hope this morning. So, I went and looked up what the definition of hope is. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. So I find it interesting that hope is connected to, is a feeling, right? But it's difficult. Feelings are difficult, right? Because you can't grasp feelings. And hope has nothing solid to cling to unless it's attached to something solid. So I was thinking about examples, right? Some of them are personal examples, some of them are examples I've thought of because of other people's experiences. But for example, here you are, a student, which I was for nursing, and you go to take a final exam, and you hope that you pass the exam, right? Well, the truth is, did I spend the time completing all the assignments? Did I spend all the time uh, um, preparing for that final exam during the semester? Right? What part did I play in making sure that I put all my effort into completing that final exam? So if I had not done any one of those things, then my hope is really a false hope. There's nothing to cling that hope onto because I didn't prepare correctly for the final exam. So, um, I was thinking about false hope. It's like if you're hoping on something that has no validity to it, there's nothing there. So then I thought about, this is a sad story, but I know people that have experienced this. And I thought about the child who their parents are separated, and the other parent, whom they're not living with, they are waiting for, they're excited. They get up in the morning because they're scheduled for a home visit with their other parent. And so they get dressed and they're excited and they're sitting out on the front step waiting for their mom or dad to show up for their home visit, right? And they sit there and wait and wait and wait. And the parent never arrives to pick them up. And their hopes are crushed, right? Well, the truth is, a child will cling to the hope despite the fact that the parent hasn't come and picked them up for a home visit for a year. There's nothing solid to place that hope onto. If that parent had been coming every week as scheduled, that's different, right? They have something to cling their hope to because they can trust that their parent said that they would be there to pick them up. But when it's a false hope again, there's only disappointment. So again, here's another example. Say you lost your job and you hope that you're able to get a job by the end of next month, right? But instead of being diligent to look for job opportunities, to put in applications, to go for a interview, your hope is on a false entity because you have been you've been hoping for a job, but you're not doing anything to step out and obtain that job. Instead, you sit home, you're depressed, you lost your job, and you're not taking solid steps to place that hope on, right? So, so one time, somebody came up to me and they said, Shar, if you were to die tonight, would you go to heaven? And this is what I said. I said, I hope so. I hope so because I haven't killed anybody. So what was I placing my hope on? I was placing my hope on my own ability to be good, right? And to not kill somebody, as if that was the ultimate, sin, when actually I was living in sin. And so the person went on to explain to me. They said, well, your hope can't be placed on your works, right? And how good I am or I'm not. And so my hope wasn't placed on the person who holds the keys to death and hell. So it was then I realized that I needed to place my hope in God, because he sent his son Jesus to forgive me of my sins, to cleanse me from all my unrighteousness, and to adopt me as his child. And so it was then that I realized I could put my hope on something that was solid, that something that promised me salvation. And it was at that point when I just went to Jesus and said, Jesus, I have been placing my hope on my own works. Forgive me for my sin, doing my own thing my own way. And I do thank you for dying on the cross for me, for rising again, right? And that I want to be in eternity with you. And so it was at that moment that I was able to surrender my life to the Lord and have real hope that is solid, and that I can cling to his promises and to his word. So my question for you today is, what and who do you place your trust in? Don't live your life with a false hope, and place your hope in God. He will never disappoint you. Never, never. So I'm so grateful you joined me today. I will continue to think about hope today, and I'm sure you will too. And thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.